Did you know that since 2021, over 100 of Norway's wealthiest individuals have left the country? Just in 2022 alone, more super-rich people left Norway than in the previous 13 years combined. Isn't Norway supposed to be the country with the amazing social welfare system that everyone else envies? So, why are the super-rich packing their bags? Before we get into that, let's take a quick detour and talk about exit tax. What's up with the exit tax? Basically, if you leave Norway and have over Norwegian kroner 500k, about 42.5k euros, in unrealized gains, you are hit with 37.84% tax. What has changed recently? As of March 20th, 2024, you have 12 years to pay this tax after leaving Norway. You can pay right away, go for interest-free installments over those 12 years, or wait till the end, though that comes with interest. Before, you could avoid paying the tax if you held on to your shares for 5 years, but not anymore. Now, if a taxpayer passes away while living abroad and hasn't paid the exit tax in full, his or her heirs get the bill. Critics are calling this a hidden form of inheritance tax, which Norway actually got rid of back in 2014. And forget about foreign tax credits. Norway used to let you subtract the capital gain tax you paid in your new country from your exit tax. Now, they want their cut no matter what. Plus, gifting shares to someone abroad just got tougher. If the gains on those shares are over kroner 100k, around 8.5k euros, the exit tax kicks in. The old threshold was 5 times that. The changes on the exit tax hit entrepreneurs and startups hard. Imagine you are a startup founder who has just raised a $10 million seed round with 30% ownership. If you move abroad, you could face a tax bill over $1 million, money you could have reinvested in your business. No wonder some are asking, should I stay or should I go? With all these new rules, it's clear that the Norwegian government is trying to keep the ultra-rich from fleeing. But that brings us back to the question, why are they leaving in the first place? The main reason? The increase in wealth tax in 2022. Norway, Spain, and Switzerland are the only European countries that have a tax on net wealth. In Norway, it also applies to unrealized capital gains. If your net wealth is over kroner 1.7 million, which is 144k euros, you're hit with a 1% tax. In 2022, it went up to 1.1% for those with more than kroner 20 million. You might think it's just a small increase, right? What's the big deal? But for multimillionaires and billionaires, even a tiny percentage adds up to a lot. As the wealth tax includes unrealized gains, meaning you could end up paying more in taxes than you actually earn. And to cover that tax, you might have to pull out dividends, which cuts into your ability to grow your business. Not to mention, those dividends will be taxed as your income as well. So, what's the takeaway? The wealth tax increase is pushing the ultra-rich to countries with friendlier tax laws, mostly Switzerland. The following changes to the exit tax appear to be an effort to keep them in Norway, but they might actually do the opposite to push people leaving sooner, before the rules fully take effect. Those taxes make it tougher for startups to attract global talent and investors. Who wants to deal with a tax that eats into their returns? And for those who are already here, they are facing tough choices: stay and pay, or take their talents elsewhere. It's estimated that Norway is losing around 50 million euros in annual tax revenue because of the top earners leaving. And it's not just about money, they are losing innovators and job creators, which could hurt economic growth in the long run. To wrap it up, let's end with a song by Norwegian entrepreneur Christer Dalsbøe called Don't Come to Norway. The lyrics say it all. Don't come to Norway. we will tax you till you are poor, and when you have nothing left, we will tax you a little more.
Don't come to Norway, we will tax you till you're poor. And when you have nothing left, we'll tax you a little more. Before you make a grave mistake, you need to be aware. We even tax paper valuations, so you will have to sell your shares. Don't come to Norway. Don't come to Norway. Don't come to Norway. Don't come to Norway. You will regret it, guaranteed. There's now a 40% exit tax to make sure you never leave. Consider this a warning. Our politicians are insane. They're coming for entrepreneurs, so do not board that plane. Don't come to Norway. Don't come to Norway. Don't come to Norway. Do not come to Norway if your skills are really great. They will seize your private property if they want it for the state. So if you're good at technology or business, please stay out. A booming public sector is what this country is about. Don't come to Norway. Don't come to Norway. Don't come to Norway. But sing a song to Norway. We're a ship about to sink. Keep the brain drain going long enough, there'll be no one left to think. One day our oil fund will run out and all talent will be gone. At least we'll still have taxes and this sad, depressing song. Don't come to Norway. Don't come to Norway. Don't come to Norway. This country had such promise. Think of what we could have been. But it took just one election to fuck up our startup scene. I don't think the damage can be repaired, but it's gonna take a while. The one thing left to do is vote them out in 25. So you can come to Norway. So you can come to Norway. I want you to come to Norway.